Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to episode 4 of the Ruthless Aggression TEW series. It is another episode of Monday Night Raw, as we are now just 2 weeks away after this to WrestleMania. We're booking this show. I decided to go with the Northwest. We're going to book it in the Portland Memorial Coliseum. I think we only get, if I just quick look at the Northwest, roughly it says 9,000 odd fans. It's not great for ticket sales, but it's one of the places we haven't visited before, so I thought if we book it in here, and hopefully we'll get a bit more popularity here. As you can see up on the right hand side there, wrestling industry is down to 8% and the economy is at 33, which is an E+, so both are falling and could get even worse, which is not good, you know, for the start of the save. You're kind of hoping you'd be straight into a boom period, but if we get through this, then surely from now on the only way we can go is up, really, to be honest. So I say we've got another show with 10 segments today, and 2 pre-show segments. What I'm going to do after this show and from now on is I'm going to call up some development talents that might be unhappy they're still in development and just use them primarily in basically the pre-show, get them some popularity, get them some reputation, keep them happy, and then they could be the guys that I debut after WrestleMania. I mean, if they're in these kind of pre-show things, the crowd's getting to know them, and hopefully that means when they get to the main roster on the actual show, you know, they can kick on, they'll have decent ratings to start with, and hopefully it could be a start of a good WWE career for them. As I say, it's 10 segments, 2 pre-show matches, let's crack on with it. So it's 8,699 people that's turned up. That's disappointing, that's less than was expected. We'll work with it. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Lita defeated Victoria in 8:46 by pinfall with a twist of fate. It was a 57 C-. Lita was off her game, no skill improvements, but it's one of the few divas that I can pair Lita up with, if I'm honest, as Victoria. In a match that had some good action and average heat, Chris Jericho defeated Spike Dudley in 7:55 by submission with the Walls of Jericho. I get a 69 C+, it's probably better than some of Jericho's main event matches. Jericho came out of the match looking good, no skill improvements, but fair play to Spike Dudley doing his best to go all out and put Chris Jericho over, so I'm happy with that. Now we're going on to the real show. Triple H, Ric Flair, Batista and Randy Orton start the show by attacking The Rock and Shawn Michaels. That gets an 85 B+. Batista underperformed with that. The Rock's performance was good, and the Legend Killer and the World Heavyweight Championship match storylines have progressed. No other improvements, so Batista, that's worrying. Because if I want to take him to the main event in the long term, then he's really got to up his game in these kind of segments and improve his performance skills. Our opening contest in a match had some good action but not much in the way of heat. The Hardy Boys defeated Hurricane and Rosie and Val Venus and Lance Storm in 9:29 when Jeff Hardy defeated Val Venus by pinfall with an extreme combination, 61C. Basically just getting the Hardy Boys some momentum, and I thought, well, Lance Storm I do have future plans with. He'll probably pair up with William Regal when Regal gets back from his illness. But Val Venus is pretty much here to job, so he's taking a pinfall here. Next is Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair and Randy Orton are shown hanging out backstage. Revolution are raging from earlier, so they're backstage. 78B, again Batista underperforming. So like Randy Orton's pretty much going to be the cornerstone of this company for the next 10 years like in real life. Triple H will be high up, but Batista, you're struggling, man, it's not good. And about the feature, great action and average heat. Christian defeated Rob Van Dam in 10:20 by pinfall with an unprettier following interference to Chris Jericho. 61C. Again, you wonder how this one gets a 61C because you think Christian and Van Dam would put on a good match, but I'm thinking of going Van Dam against Jericho at WrestleMania, so it kind of plants the seeds for that. Shame that there's no skill improvements, and just the length was penalised, as was lowering the crowd's mood. Next up, we have Sting in the ring talking about how good he is. That gets a 79B rating. And then after this, again, only a 60C. And about the feature, great action and a good crowd. Sting defeated Booker T in 15:09 with a Scorpion Death Drop. Booker T and Sting don't seem to click, which made it an awkward bout, and that's a shame. Putting 2 WCW guys together. Next up, we have The Rock in the ring talking about how good he is. So it's his pre-match promo. It's basically a cheap segment to get the rating up in 92A. But you're always going to get good for The Rock, and he's always going to get the crowd going. After that, and about the feature, great action and a good crowd, Goldberg defeated Scott Steiner in 8:47 by pinfall with a spear. The match suffered because there was not enough selling shown, however it got a 73B-, so that's good. These two WCW guys can get a good rating. Do we get negatives for lack of selling and length, and then just I don't know what I'm going to do this time. I've got a couple of ideas in mind for them, but none of them are positive. It's all either jobbing them out or putting them in a division. His main event days are certainly past him. Jonathan Coachman is backstage with Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair and Randy Orton, who are talking about how good they are. So again, a lot more evolution. 79B, Batista struggled because a lot of people weren't following a script. Randy Orton improvised well throughout the segment. Batista looked lost. Triple H and Ric Flair came out well, and Jonathan Coachman was underwhelming. I was unsure going back to hear who actually done the interview segments backstage. I just went with Coachman, but I'll need to probably designate somebody to that. I don't know, I'll maybe see if it's one of the wrestlers that I'm really getting pushed, or if we just sign somebody else, or I'll see what I've got available to me. I'm not too happy with Coach. I'll make him an on-screen character as more like a GM or something, just a lackey like he was around at this time. But that set up the blockbuster main event, which delivered with an 89A rating, and about it featured great action and a good crowd. The Rock, Shawn Michaels and the Dudley Boyz defeated Triple H, Randy Orton, Ric Flair and Batista Evolution in 31-42 when The Rock defeated Triple H by pinfall with a rock bottom. So again, that's The Rock going to Triple H saying, I can beat you, that's how easy it is. He's got the pinfall there. 3 storylines progress, which is the Dudleys and Evolution, the birth of the Legend Killer and the World Heavyweight Championship match. Triple H is improving performance skills, as is Bubba Ray Dudley, so that's all positive as well. Negatives from this segment is just declining physical ability, holding back slightly, and inconsistency from Bubba Ray Dudley. Everything else is pretty much positive, i.e. charisma, star quality, high morale, so that's good. Overall, an 85B+, and that increases our popularity in 18 regions, which is all good. Although it's a shame, as much of improving popularity, our importance is decreasing, which means they're not going to get to international, which is a shame. But I'm happy with that. Let's have a quick look at the report here. The feedback from viewers has been awesome. The show's been getting fantastic reviews, so that's good there. Also see here, TNA is going to try and sign some new faces. The quicker we can get them out of business, the better. And if I look at my emails, you can see here, there's a lot of people I've just not been using. I have no plans for any of the authority figures, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, Stephanie, nothing planned for them at the moment. Like Terry, nothing for her, Sable the same. But we'll maybe work them in some way. My email says we got 2.45 in TSN, so that was up from last week. And we get a 604 on Spike, which was just up as well. So that's good stuff in regards to ratings. In terms of size, again, a lot of them are decreasing. We need to get that over 71% even, which in the current way the business is going isn't going to happen anytime soon. So I think we'll probably need to take a wee bit of hit before we take an increase, but hopefully we'll be on that way to national popularity. Everything's pretty solid in America and Canada. I'd say the UK is doing okay, the rest of the world, not so much. But that's it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. So that's a really good show that we got an 85B+ there, and hopefully we can finally get an A show. I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that show will be WrestleMania. So take it easy, guys. Look out for the next video. That should be hitting on Friday Night SmackDown. And until then, see you later on. Bye bye.